What's up? What's up? It's been a while since I posted anything. Just been having a lot going on in my personal life, and but today, I decided that I need to speak on some things that's been bothering me, or I just wanted to kind of voice my opinion on it. Yesterday, I saw D.L. Hughley did an interview on The View, which was very enlightening. You guys get a chance to check that out. He really spoke some truth on there. And, so shout out to D.L. Hughley, man, for, speaking out, and who's continuing to speak out and speak on issues that's going on as far as with this whole race thing going on, folks calling the cops on black folks for no reason, folks doing basically nothing, and they're getting the cops call on them, whether it's a young African American to small kids, man, who just trying to do the right thing, and they're getting the police call on them. And I'm doing this video because I'm trying to tell everybody, we need to wake up. We need to wake up and start really opening our eyes and see what's going on around us. I know all this, Kiki challenge and the internet and all this, and it's fun stuff, but we need to get serious and open our eyes to my black folks, black and brown folks, because D.L. Hughley brought a good point up yesterday on the show when he stated that black folks been getting killed long time ago, and it wasn't being recorded. We were saying things like this was happening, but no one was believing us. And now that it's coming out and it's on video, you can see the hatred, the name calling, and the killing. It's on video now. You can't dispute that. I mean, it's on video. But the folks get on TV and they try to water it down and say, well, black on black crime is just as worse. Well, D.L. Hughley brought up a good point. Back in the days when folks was getting killed for learning how to read or for whistling at folks, it wasn't black on black crime then, and they made an excuse for it then. So if they made an excuse for it then, they're making excuses for it now. And not just that, it's that, we're in an era now where history is slowly repeating itself. If you guys open your eyes and start to see what's happening, history is repeating itself right in front of our own eyes. And the reason why I say that is because I can remember when I was in high school and we was reading about like black history, or just reading up history period, and how black folks was treated back in the days, and how everything seemed unfair and stuff of that nature. And I can remember a lot of folks in class, and even myself, saying, oh man, that couldn't happen to me. I couldn't live back in those days. No one could have called me a nigger and just get away with it. Or I wouldn't let anybody beat me because I would run away and stuff of that nature. And we fast forward to 2018, and the same things that were happening 50, 60, 70 years ago are kind of happening now. And we're living in it now, and no one is saying anything. No one is saying anything. So that's why I'm saying we need to wake up. We need to wake up. My peoples need to wake up, because folks are getting killed. It's on camera. It's being videotaped. Folks are getting called the N-word. We're getting the cops called on us all the time for almost no reason. And guess what? Guess who's not saying anything about it? Not only we're not saying anything about it or uniting and pushing back, you know, them white folks, them politicians, you know, the ones who make laws, they not saying a goddamn thing about nothing. And they have TVs, they have cell phones that give news feeds. They're being updated. They on Twitter, they on Facebook. They see everything that we see. These folks see it. And they're not saying anything about it. No one's coming on TV saying, you know what, that shooting I saw and such, that was horrible. We cannot allow this. No one's saying nothing. We got a few black folks out here trying to make some noise, but let me tell y'all something, people. Let me tell y'all something. As far as racism and people being biased, it's going to continue to be here. It's going to continue to happen simply because them white folks in the White House, them white folks, them politicians, until they say something, until we start having some white folks stand up for us and say, you know what, that wasn't right, racism is always going to exist. Now, granted, there's some folks out there, some white folks, who's standing out here and saying, you know what, that's not right. There's some of them, but it's not enough. It's not the ones that's up in the hierarchy. Those folks are not saying anything. They're not saying anything. And folks like D.L. Hughley, you know, he's trying to make his imprint and try to speak, you know, truth. Most folks don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. I'm telling you, folks, wake up. All of us trying to be, you know, we're getting caught up in this Facebook, how many likes I have, how many followers I have on Instagram. And I'm telling you, man, while we're being so focused on stuff like that, we're being blindsided, man, about history repeating itself. Black folks don't say anything until they're affected by something. And we have to stop that. Oh, I didn't get pulled over by the cop. I'm good. Keep it moving. But you see somebody else got pulled over by the cop and got killed. Oh man, that's messed up. Keep it moving. No, man, we have to figure out a way to unite. Figure out a way to stand up for something. And to stand up to these folks and say, you know what? This has to stop. This ain't the 60s. This ain't this back in the days where, you know, it was free range. This is a different world we live in, but we acting like old times. The folks that's calling the police on folks, man, for selling water, kids selling water. You got kids just trying to do a summer job and just trying to be proactive, you know. You got college students in college getting the cops called on them. And white folks are not saying anything. You politicians are not saying anything. And you want my vote? I'm independent, man. Because whether you on the red side or the blue side, you know, right is right, man. Wrong is wrong. We're in a time now where civility is at a downfall, like a downward spiral. Like there's no more civility. There's no civility. We treating each other like we in a jungle out here. And we're not in the jungle, man. So I'm urging everybody, man. You know, you see this video, man, wake up. Wake up. History is repeating itself right before our eyes. And we used to sit in class, in history class, and say, oh, I couldn't live in those times. Oh, I couldn't let anybody call me the N-word. Oh, I couldn't get spanked or whipped by no slave master. In some kind of twisted way, we are in that time. It's just not how it used to be, but it is because there's certain things that's happening, man, and the history is slowly repeating itself. Wake up. Stop getting caught up in all this, trying to be, the internet king and the internet queen and all this Facebook likes and Instagram followings and stuff like that. We need to wake up and we need to unite. The best way we can learn is from history. We need to educate ourselves to what happened in the past so we won't let it happen again. We need to find ways to kind of push back on what's going on. Going to DC and letting them know, hey, why these white folks calling the cops on us? We need to hold these politicians, not just collect money and collect votes. We need to hold them to the fire. We need answers. Why folks calling the cops on us? And if y'all not fixing it, well, let's put some laws where if a folk call cops on us for no reason, they're gonna get a fine or something. Something got to happen. Every other day, we're getting somebody on the news getting called the cops on us. And these folks know what they're doing because they know we in the era now, we have cell phones. People are recording things. They don't care. That's how bold they are. They don't care. I mean, we almost in a world, I feel like we're in a world where we have two sets of laws, man. It's like, it's not set in stone, but it's like the unwritten rules, like the unwritten laws. White folks got their set of laws and black and brown folks got their set of laws. And that's how we gonna move. We're not gonna put it out there because, yeah, we're gonna get a lot of people having issues about it, but they might as well, because that's how they treating us, people. Wake up. There's two sets of laws in the United States of America, and it's not supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be one set of laws for everybody. So, I mean, I'm just, I was discouraged because it's like you turn on the TV and you see it and you're like, oh, another folk got the cops called on them. Like, hey, it ain't me. You know what I'm saying? But what are you going to do when it is you? Because I see a lot of folks, man, it's happening to them and they're going on TV and they're trying to be all political and, this is a teaching moment and this and that. No, we need to be outraged about this. This is an issue. This is something that's trending. So I don't know why, no one is out here making noise. And if you are, I commend you for that. But it should be more. We should be outraged about this, man. But that's just my 2 cents, man. I got a small platform, and I wish I'm reaching out to folks and this it's just been on my mind. I'm speechless because it's been on my mind, and I feel like, what, I have a voice and I'm gonna speak up for what I believe, and I believe that every man should be treated equally. That's my belief. Okay. I feel like, the things that's going on, it's going on because no one is saying anything. And I was always told the squeaky wheel gets the grease. When a lot of folks start standing up and saying something, these politicians gonna have no other choice but to make it right. Our ancestors before us did the same thing. It's the same pedigree, man. Nothing changed. They did nothing different. They just kept with the mission and kept going forward until there was change for our people. And that's what we need to do. So that's my 2 cents, man. Always remember to subscribe, and I'll try to get back and make more videos. Please leave comments at the bottom. Let me know what you think. Good feedback, negative feedback, you're gonna get it because it's the internet. But you know, stay tuned. Thanks.